Okay, we're going to try and be quick on our section. We know how much everyone loves administration, but you're just going to have to wait for the Q&A. Thanks so much for being here. We're just going to try and hit some of the key questions. I know folks in the departments, chairs, departmental staff, people in the dean's offices, you all are on the front line answering questions. We really appreciate having the opportunity to get this info in your hands. One there. Okay, thank you. Super quick one. PPE, to say a very non-CFO-like thing here. We will provide free PPE for anyone who needs it. Right on our website, there's an easy-to-use order form, so simple, even a vice chancellor can do it. Get a hold of gloves, face shields, hand sanitizer, cleaning, disinfecting supplies if you need those, other than the ones that are being provided for you in the classrooms. So Al Fish is enjoying a very well-deserved day off today. So actually we're ably assisted by Jay Bieschke and Margaret Tennyson from FP&M. And then Mark Walters from OHR. They're going to hit some of the key items for you folks. Let me hand it over to Jay.
All right, good morning. Campus cleaning procedures have been significantly modified. We're operating in a very proactive manner. Mostly I would describe as though we already think there's a positive case out there and reported for the spaces that we're cleaning. The cleaning and disinfecting of academic and research spaces is a layered strategy which is intended to exceed CDC guidelines. So the core layer of our approach is the custodial staff's daily cleaning and disinfecting of common areas and restrooms. On top of that, we have enhancements that include things like frequent cleaning and disinfecting of workspaces in offices and labs by the occupants. We've got additional custodial midday cleaning of common areas and high touch points. And one that I think would interest you is that we have disinfecting of classrooms by students and instructors with supplies that will be provided and stocked and available in those rooms. Pedestrian traffic flow across campus is a concern. The potential for congestion and close contact is something we all need to be conscious of. And we really all want to operate with the basic principles of mask up, spread out, and keep moving. Whether it's in a building or outside a building, we want to keep that flow moving so that people aren't in close contact. And we're positioning more than 500 hand sanitizers across campus. Those are actually headed out right now, and you'll start to see those. We've been adjusting building operations, including the operation of heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems in order to reduce the potential for airborne exposure. So while droplets have been the primary concern and focus for transmission, we've been assuming that air transmission is sufficiently likely, and we've been increasing the outside air and the ventilation through our systems as much as practical. So as we enter into the fall and into the winter, and the weather's changing, and the weather changes each and every day, we continue to monitor, assess, and adjust our systems so that they will operate at their maximum ability to contribute to our overall mitigation strategy. And with that, turn it over to Margaret Tennyson.
Thanks, Jay. Good morning, everyone. I'm going to say just a little bit about campus transportation options. We recognize that many faculty and staff will have vastly different transportation needs this year. And transportation services has increased flexibility of parking and other transportation options to meet these needs. So let me say a little bit about parking options first. So in addition to the traditional base lot permit program that we always offer, we've expanded our flex parking program. This is our pay-as-you-go option. That's a really good fit for folks who are coming to campus maybe a couple of times a week. In addition, we've introduced a new multi-day parking pass program. This is a 5-day-long parking pass program that can be used in any campus visitor parking facility. In addition, we will continue to offer temporary visitor parking that is available to anyone on campus who is coming to campus infrequently. And perhaps most important, we are going to be processing permit applications throughout the year. And what this means is if, for example, you apply for a flex permit in the fall and later in the year your needs change, you'll be able to go ahead and reapply for a different kind of permit later in the year. As for public transportation, we will be resuming full campus bus service on August 23rd, and Madison Metro will be increasing its service level on the same day. For all buses, both on and off campus, capacity limits and face covering requirements will be in place in accordance with Dane County's phased reopening guidelines, and all buses will undergo daily deep cleaning. Finally, we are working with Madison Metro to add buses to our campus routes to compensate for the rider capacity limits that are in place. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Mark Walters from Human Resources.
Yes, good morning. Thank you, Margaret. Mark Walters, I'm the Chief HR Officer for the campus. There's an area that continually comes in, a lot of questions. It's about flexibility and accommodations. And as we know, our employees are continuing to be challenged by many of the issues that hinder their ability for success in their UW roles, whether that's medical issues, childcare issues, or frankly, just being concerned about coming back to or working on campus. And so we're really taking an individualistic approach, talking with employees and seeing what their circumstances are, and trying to find options on how we could address those areas. And it really is an individualistic, individual approach. And I think in most cases we have been successful going through that. We have a network of human resource and disability representatives that are helping with that process. They should continue to work with you, with supervisors, working with employees, and we don't have a magic solution that will solve all those issues for our employees, but flexibility is key. We've been indicating that we really need to be flexible with employees so that they can be successful in their role for the UW, but also handle the things that they're dealing with on a personal level. I will say that we do want to provide that flexibility, but we also need to balance that flexibility with getting things accomplished for the UW. And so I get this question all the time on what happens if we can't find any options for employees to provide for things that they are requesting. And we do have the ability to indicate that employees need to perform their job responsibilities and really hold employees to that. But again, I want to stress that we're trying to find ways to address employees' needs along with the UW responsibilities that we have. And so I just wanted to provide that update. That's a lot of the questions we're getting. I want to thank you all for your continued work as all these things are getting addressed across campus, the patients and everything else that's been going on. I also would like to say in closing that we put an employee survey on the street this morning, and we've already had over 2,500 individuals respond. And so I encourage everyone to respond so that we can identify the needs of our employees and look at how we can address any gaps that we find.